Katie. Katie's up. Baby's awake. So I've been up seeing baby. This is about 15, 20 minutes later, guys. To be honest with you. But it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. The baby wakes up and she's so happy, and like I say, we get about 10 minutes. But I say about 10 minutes we've got of really happy times before she wants milk. She wants fed. So I changed her nappy and got smiles. 3 month old. You know what I mean? She's like you've seen her. She's big, but not big, big, big. She's just growing really well and strong, and everything's. You know, I'm really happy, really, really happy health wise and all that. And thank the God. So, 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 so grateful. Um, God, the universe has granted me such a beautiful baby and such so far a healthy baby. And all I can do is keep praying and keep giving thanks to God. And hopefully that builds the protection that Lucky will need going forward. Just doing a battle. Kitty wants a 3 inch I made. So, but yeah, no, it was really good, guys, last night. And like I say, thanks again for coming on, guys, and chatting. And the comments, like I say, not happy. But this is a good thing. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know what Katie's doing tonight, if she's staying or if she's Oh, see, I keep making a mistake. I keep putting the powder in first instead of the water. And keeps getting me into trouble for it. But I don't say anything. I'm just going to put it a tiny wee bit over there because it's just a wee 3 inch she wants. Right, okay. So I even messed that up. So it's now a 4 incher. Yep. So yeah, what I'll do is doing a live soon, and because that's how I deal. That's what I will do. I have lives, a random live, and it is just for us to have a chat. You know what I mean? And I don't think some other people know that when they come on the live. I should maybe make that clear that I do other lives, but the thing is they're random and people don't get notifications, so they miss them. You know, Probably just best doing a couple of wee videos and then saying this, I'm going to go live tomorrow night or something like that, rather than just go bum live. Because it doesn't really matter if I just go bum live and then go live tomorrow night as well. It doesn't make a difference. I can go live for a wee hour, but an hour's not going to kill us, is it? Um, and that way anybody can have a chat and that. But disappointed with that girl last night. You know what? I thought it was quite fair and give my opinion across. So we touch. And and just what I think. It's my opinion, you know what I mean? And this is the whole point of freedom of speech. You're allowed to have an opinion, you know what I mean? You know, man, I don't know what else to say, you know what I mean? He's running for the leader of Great Britain, and this is the whole point. This is the whole point I need to make here, because it's just came into my head, to be honest with you, like. The whole point is this man is running to be leader of the United Kingdom. He's going to be the next Prime Minister, and there's no doubt in my mind that's the direction that we're going in like a train, non-stop, boom, straight there. That's what's happening, 110%. So, with that said, I'm entitled to my opinion about the next leader, and that's all it is. And basically, why? What good? That's what you might be asking. Why even go there, Freedom Dad? Why give your opinion like that and maybe risk people hating you because they have a different opinion, And it's simply because of this. I want my daughter to look back and see, how important it is to speak openly and honestly, and to be brave enough to, even when other people around you are disagreeing with you, and but you truly believe in your heart something. It's important that you stand by that. It's important as a human being that we all stand by what we believe in our hearts and not be, taken off track by a majority. You know what I mean? Or or by labels. You know what I mean? There's so many things that's going on at once. You know what I mean? That can put us as human beings off track on the path that we're going. You know what I mean? And you've just got to stay true to yourself. Me and you aren't going to change the world. Me and you are not going to change Great Britain. You know, at the end of the day, it's just words. We're just chewing the fat. The point is when you're not true to yourself. If I was to sit here and go down the road of saying, "Oh, I think Nigel Farage is great. I think Nigel Farage is going to do a great job and all that. Yes, every one of you should be getting behind him. Everybody, one of you should be doing this, that, and the other." Then later down the line, you know, when things go pear shaped, not only have I let you down, I've let myself down because I went with the rhetoric, I went with the majority, I went with, the fear has pushed me in a direction where I haven't been truthful. You know what I mean? And that's all it's about. That's all it's about. And whether you think I'm right or wrong, it's my I'm allowed to protect myself in this way. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm not here to preach hatred. I'm here just giving you my opinions because I know there's other people that are like me and can see things that I can see. And, there's a lot of really awakened people out there, but there's not very many awakened YouTubers. And, this is the thing. There is, but there's not that many. And that's changing. That's changing. You know what I mean? That's why, you know, whenever like one of the big problems with the YouTubers guys is they worry about losing their channel, and stuff like that. And this is one of the things I always say, you know what I mean? Um, it's more important it's more important to be true to yourself. It's more important to um focusing on what's real and what's right for your own self being, because you're always going to look back at yourself, and other people, when you're online and you do stuff on social media, other people will be looking back on you. You're going to be judged today and you're going to be judged tomorrow, and history does judge people. And I just want to make sure that it's okay, because at the end of the day, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling nobody to not vote for reform. I'm not saying that I won't vote for reform. I'm talking about the man who could be the next prime minister, in my opinion. Of what I've seen and the way he's behaved, and I'm just giving that opinion across honestly. And that's it. That's all it is. It's just an opinion, you know what I mean? And we've got to allow each other's opinion. You see, this is what's going on with the blasphemy laws. These are opinions that are going to be shut down. And can you see the damage? This person last night, I'm not going to keep naming, I'm not into doing stuff like that, right? So, the girl last night, and, says a couple of wee things, because of my stance with Nigel Farage, you know what I mean? And so basically, she's wanting me to be quiet. She's wanting me to silence me, in a way by calling me childish, saying I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? It's like putting me down. So I shut up. I don't keep talking the way I'm talking. This is the point of what people do this. And this is what the government are doing with the blasphemy laws. They're shutting us down from having an opinion. And it can do so much damage because what if I am right? And and down the line, Nigel Farage comes in the party, doesn't act any differently than Labour or Tories. What if, just like the Labour Party, they make loads of promises and just don't follow through? Because where would we be in 4 years' time? We voted Reform in, Nigel Farage is leader, and he's not doing what needs to be done. Where do we go from there? What direction? What hope do we have? Who do we start all over again with another right wing political conservative sort of side of things, that cares about the nation, cares about the people, cares about all the people, inclusive and everybody, and not prioritizing one particular community or one particular religion, and putting as much money here or there with just being fair and equal. You know what I mean? That's all we want. We want a fair and equal country, and we do not want men just coming into the country undocumented the way it's happening, and the rest we all. I'm not going to go on and on. It's just basic stuff. You know what I mean? Um, at the end of the day, that's a big problem in my eyes because we will be in a situation where we will really be stuck. At the minute, right? At the minute, we've got UKIP, we've got Homeland Party, we've got the ADF, and we've got the SDP. Now, these are all reasonably well represented, well established political groups, parties, and at the end of the day, anything can change in a moment. If certain individuals turn a certain direction, I reckon quite a lot of people would also turn that direction, and it would only take so many people to turn that direction to have a look. And then once, if it looked okay, then people that looked originally would turn around and let other people know. So it wouldn't be too hard to grow any political party, to be honest. And I keep on saying this as well. The politicians that are off, because we've got politicians coming from the Tories that will be going into reform and all the rest of it, right? We've seen it, it's happening. And no doubt there'll be Labour ones coming out of there, and they will be the Conservative types, which is okay, I suppose, you know what I mean? But my point is no matter what, where the people go is where the politicians go. You understand? It's like, if so say Elon Musk came over, right? Just talk sake, right? Imagine, right? Just Elon Musk came over and goes, I'm claiming British citizenship because he could, okay? And because his granny's British, right? And he came over and he goes, I'm running to be Prime Minister. That would be a big flip, wouldn't it? That would be, obviously he wouldn't go that far, but a lot of people would be on board with that. And, you don't know how campaigns go and all the rest of it, and marketing and all the stuff. I'm just saying, imagine, so basically anything can happen. But what I'm trying to say is core voters will move. We've seen people move from the Conservatives to Labour to Conservatives to the Lib Dems. We've seen it up in Scotland. Labour, Conservatives, SNP. People change all the time, and that's all I'm saying is it's very dangerous for us to throw all our eggs in the same basket. You must understand that any practical man or woman out there must understand the dilemma we have right now with just having the one political party reform to go with. The dangers and the implications of us following that party and not getting the recommendations that we need and going to the next election and being left with this party in charge. It's the same guys shouting and hackling across Parliament at each other, hawing and cahooing.
The honourable member for Rugby that Reform want healthcare to be free at the point of delivery. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker. There appears to be some panic on that side of the House. I'm not surprised. To ask the Prime Minister, I'd like some advice, please. What do I say? Oh, they really are panicking, aren't they?
Order. I want to get this question over with. All you're doing is ensuring it goes on forever. Quick question.
To ask the Prime Minister for...
this ridiculous stuff that we've been watching for the last, I don't know how many years. This just absolutely ridiculous. Grown men and women behaving like that in the Houses of Parliament when they're running a country. Is running a country so funny, so ridiculous, hilarious that you need to jeer and jaw and laugh and shoot people down every single time Wednesday come around and Prime Minister questions. It's a very dangerous situation to be in. We are in a very dangerous situation. As patriots, as anybody that loves this country and loves what anybody that's came to this country because they've loved this country and they've lived here and they've enjoyed it and loved it, and now they're finding themselves in some of these areas being persecuted themselves, having to cover back up again. This is happening, guys. People have came to this country to get away from that, and now they're in areas where they're having to cover up again, and they're starting to have to go to, they're having to practice their religion a lot more strictly. And I just think that's not fair. I would never push my Christianity on anybody. I'd love everybody to come to church. I'd love everybody to take God in their heart. I love everybody to be born again. That's, it's not going to happen. I'm not one of them people that tries to force people. I do try and help my mates out, and always saying, because it's difficult, it is difficult. All my life people know I'm a Christian. Do not ever think that for 1 minute. The fact that Christians have got to live a certain way, I don't buy into that. Do not buy into none of that. So I don't. God understands everything. God knows why we are the way we are, and God would not want us right now to be defenseless, in anything. He would always want us to protect ourselves, and I do truly believe that. And that's me and God. If you don't think I'm right, then that's for me and God to sort out. When it's my time to meet. And yeah. So, like I say, I'm sort of rambling and gobbling here, because I know what I'm trying to say. It's there, and I'm trying to get it out in a way that makes sense and not come across as a crackpot. There's a wee bit of snow. It's very white out there. So yeah, that's the thing about Nigel reform, guys. It's a fear of the implications of how serious this is, and people not really thinking into it too deeply. They're just blindly going with anybody that isn't Labour, and that is very, very dangerous for us. We're going to see the implications of 4 years of Labour. There's no two. If we don't get rid of them, we're going to see the implications. It's going to be very clear what's going on, and we're going to, and then, it is snowing. It is snowing, guys. And then, it's like fucking sleet. This is just sitting. If I move it on that thingy. But I'm going to cut it. I'm going to finish off because I'm just going on and on. This is for you guys, just to say thank you for last night and that, for going on the live and everything, man. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get across. That's what worries me about everything. And that's like, I don't want to fight with people over it. I just want people to talk to me about it. It's genuine concern. Surely anybody can see that it's a genuine concern that I've got. And surely these kind of, all I'm wanting is them to be addressed. I'm wanting other people with bigger channels to talk about these kind of things, and think about the implications of 4 years and reform not delivering. Where does that leave us? Where will we be in 8 years? That's the question that needs to be asked. If we don't get it right in 4 years, we've got 8 years. This is what I'm talking about. There's something bigger going on than reform. There's something bigger going on than Nigel Farage, and I don't know what it's going to take, but there's a lot more to this than we understand. I truly believe this isn't an accident. This has happened. What's happening in Great Britain right now has been planned meticulously, and I don't think it's ever going to stop. I really don't. And will there ever be a politician? Will there ever be anybody that will be able to stand up to the people at the very top? Will there ever be a change in the Houses of Parliament from what we've got and what we're used to? The rabble of nonsense and, weak men and women, as far as I'm concerned. Because only weak men behave like that. Real men don't shout and haw and call like that at each other. Real men do not behave like that. Real men dealing with the topics that we're dealing with today in Great Britain: knife crime, acid attacks, sexual assaults, and the rest. Never mind all the crime that we're used to that's not even getting, we can't even report it. It's not even point reporting it now because we know nobody's coming out, nobody's going to investigate it. They're too busy running after people that's doing stuff online to investigate real crime. Everybody knows that. You can't phone 91999. You got to phone a different number and you're waiting 4 or 5 hours. People aren't going through that for their shed being broken into and all their equipment gone or their van being broken into. People aren't going through that anymore. So that's all the things that's going on. You know, that's all the arms and legs of, like, you know, life in Britain. And yeah, I do not think that these men are behaving appropriately. I don't think they are behaving like real men and women. I don't think they think it's a joke. They think that they just need to sit there and behave a certain way and say certain things to keep this happy and keep them happy and just keep floating about like that, and then wait till they can get away for holiday and have the big long breaks that they have and all the free stuff they're getting. You know what I mean? It's an absolute joke that they're all taking backhanders and free stuff while we've got hundreds of thousands of children in this country, big men, coming in to the country, and there's no other way to say it. You know, that is predominantly at the minute. You know, yes, there is more British people committing sexual offences in Britain. And yes, I get that, it's Britain. You know, the percentages, we're breaking, if you break down the percentages, which I'm not going to do, it's horrific. That's horrific, and I wouldn't even do that because it's not nice. Because I don't even like calling these guys when everybody's saying they're Pakistan. I don't even like saying that because we now know it's not. Pakistan's a big bit, and it's just this bit at the top, up next to the Khyber Pass, and that up next to where it joins where Afghanistan. It's that particular part that's where most of these guys are coming from. So it's not for the rest of the Pakistani community and the country of Pakistan, because they're absolutely amazing people, just like everywhere in the world, you know what I mean? And this is the problem as well. There's nobody there even helping these people out, speaking up for them people over there. You know what I mean? It's like the silence is complete for everywhere, and that's where we're going to go. That's where the blasphemy laws are going on. I'm going on and on and on. But the point is, guys, it's all interlocked. It's all happening at once. Everything is happening for a reason. You got to understand, it's not just a coincidence. You know, we're not where we are today just by mistake, you know. And there are the things that we need to talk about. We need to find out why we're in we are today. Properly, nobody's touching on it. Nobody's prepared to actually hold anybody accountable and say, why are we like this today? Who has done this to our country? Why is so many children being affected by what you have done to this country? Why has this happened? It hasn't happened by mistake. You know, there's hundreds of years in that House of Parliament. You know, you can't point the finger here. You're all there. You know, you all know what's going on. It's your job to know what's going on in the country. You know, so this is your answer. Hawing and heeing, shouting Nigel Farage down. You know, it's all a big joke. It's all a big laugh, big hilarity. You know. While people suffer, while families are getting destroyed, absolutely destroyed. It's not just the child, it's the family that goes out from the child. It's the loved ones from that child that get affected for years and years and years and years and years to come. I'm Freedom Dad. God bless everyone.